Once the camera is on, I just get nervous. Woo! All right. I have my coffee right beside me, and I hope this does a good job. Amen. On the last episode of Weekly Bites, somebody left a comment, Bubami Ejaya, asking me to talk about lighting techniques, lighting tips. The light I'm using right now is the Aputure light for film, and it's a super beautiful light. I'm using ambient light, one on my right, obviously you can see that it's green, and the one on my left. These are non-lights, by the way, to just add to the mood and the ambience. The camera I'm using to record is the Sony a7 IV. This light seems a bit intense, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit more. The logo behind me, let me step aside so you see it. It's called The Pod. This is our podcast network. See me sounding like a radio presenter. This. Okay, so I'm going to dial the intensity of this aperture light down. Okay, I think this works. Pull this a bit here. Makes sense. So how does it look now? Better? I hope you can see my face. And this light is not causing too much distraction. Let's see if I turn it off, if it will have any effect on the general look and feel. See? Does it make you see my face better? Good. So yeah, lighting. How does it work? I feel like with lighting, you can try anything. The most important thing, as far as I know, is that the camera needs to catch your subject. The camera needs to be able to have enough light bouncing off the subject and fed into it, enough to catch every detail. Sharp, but not too much, so it's not overexposed. Because in post-production, for me, in photography, I have learned over the years to take pictures in the way I want it to come out, like in the final print. So my goal is to have less work done in post-production, in edit. Ideally, I would love to take a picture and just print. Because I want it to look much better, I'll have to tweak it a bit in post, that's in edit. But I don't want to do too much, so it's not fake. I want it to be as real as possible. That's my goal as a photographer. We're getting there. Remember, this is a journey we're taking together. Now, speaking of lights or lighting, I will switch off these lights so you see the difference, so you can judge for yourself the effect of these lights on the general image of what you're seeing and how beautiful it looks. Turn this off. See? Turn that one off. Now, if I decide to turn this guy off, can you still see me? No. There's actually a switch for the light in the room. I'll turn that light in the studio off. Let me feel it. See? This is the studio light. Actually, the soft box is blocking it. So if I move the soft box aside, this is just one LED light up there. It looks good, but is it enough? In film, I've learned that most of the time you should actually point the camera to the side where the shadow is cast, just to give that film feel, film look. I learned a lot of things off YouTube, and it's a resource that most people actually overlook. If you go on YouTube and type anything, you could pretty much find tips to most things, most questions that you have about just about anything. So I'm going to go back to the original setting, the way I set up the light for the purpose of this video. I'll turn this off. Turn the aperture back on. I was feeling to see where the switch was. Turn this one on. Turn this guy on. How does it look now? Better? Should I turn the logo back on? Should I? Let's try. Let's see if it affects much. Ta-da! Yeah. I think this looks good. Let's pose for the camera. So this is what lighting is about, really. It's just filling in as much light. This one's on the side. For me, it's a fizzy, but it just makes it look good. When I'm talking now with the sound crisp and clear, the picture you're seeing looking good, you can see my eyes, you can see my mouth moving, you can see my face. Everything looks nice and soft. That's what's up. There you go. So I'm going to show you, you know that this is the softbox. I put a little mesh to guide the light so it doesn't overflow to the background, or so that the light doesn't spread too much out of range, so I can, curb it on me. And then these two babies to my right and left, just to make it look soft and nice. This guy behind is just the signposts. This is the pod, where a podcast network kind of works for us, because It's our business. And our business is to make you look good. To make you look good and sound good. And thanks to this guy, I'm not as sleepy as I was. This is my coffee mug. I'm just showing off the tracking sensitivity of my camera. Oh, ma. This is nice, oh. Oh, nice, you go. Look at that. Starbucks, baby. Oh, ma. Yeah. So yeah, leave a comment and let me know what you think about this video and what we could do better, because I have some egbons who are watching this video and they're better at lighting than I could ever be. But I learn from you. So we're putting up these videos every week just to teach you one or two things that I learned off YouTube, of my experience as a radio presenter, of my experience as a photographer, of my experience through life. It's called Weekly Bites. In the comments, tell me what you'd love to learn again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video and share by all means.